What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid Network trailer breakdown, because this morning Marvel woke you guys up with the greatest gift of all, a brand new trailer for a brand new Marvel Cinematic Universe film. That's right, this teaser is for Captain Marvel, the upcoming movie starring Brie Larson, Jude Law, Ben Mendelsohn, and many others, coming out next February, and it just dropped its first teaser this morning on Good Morning America. It really is a brief teaser that doesn't shed much light on the film or the story at all. It kind of just introduces you to the core characters, the core concepts of the film, but as usual with these Marvel trailers, there's a ton lurking right below the surface, so let's dive right in. The trailer opens with Carol plummeting to Earth after an explosion destroys what we might assume to be a ship, maybe her ship even, before she crashes into a blockbuster, which establishes that this movie is set in the distant past. In reality, the movie's set in the 1990s, but we see Carol, for whatever reason, is very fish out of water on Earth, even though she's a human, which is something the trailer hits at a lot. There's something going on there. You see, as we learn, Carol has memories of a life on Earth, a childhood, a career in the Air Force, friends like Lashana Lynch's Maria Rambo, but all of this isn't concrete and certain for some reason. It isn't stated, but it's kind of implied that these memories conflict with her life as a Kree soldier on Hala, as a member of Star Force, who we also see really briefly. So, whatever she was told there about her life, it definitely seems like it doesn't match up with her ever being to Earth, and it seems like she might have been told that she wasn't human, or that something happened to Earth, or something like that. But despite being a fish out of water on Earth, she'll get some help from a familiar face. A very familiar face. A digitally de-aged Sam Jackson as Nick Fury, circa the 1990s, looking maybe a little bit post-Pulp Fiction there. It doesn't look like the de-aging is really done in this movie, just a quick technical note, because all of our shots of him without sunglasses on are really quick. We do get that one look at him where we can see his face pretty completely, but other than that, it's mostly quick shots. From his dialogue, it seems like S.H.I.E.L.D. is aware of Carol on Earth, and they're alerted to her after she causes some devastation in LA. He mentions the car chase, and we do see some sequences of Carol really jumping on top of a train, firing her energy blast. We also see her punching an old woman on that train, which seems like an odd thing for the hero to do, but there is an explanation built into this film. That's where enter the Skrulls, a shape-shifting alien race that's no friend of the humans or the Kree, for that matter. So whatever Carol was sent to do on Earth, it's very likely going to involve hunting the Skrulls. So maybe that old woman was a Skrull. I mean, we can only hope, because we know they've said Carol's the strongest character in the MCU. So if that woman is not a Skrull, that's, things are not looking good for Grandma there. That could also explain why her ship was destroyed in the beginning. If she returns to Earth hunting Skrulls and the Skrulls ambush her and destroy her ship, that could explain why she crash lands. But we also get a really interesting scene here where Jackson and others are examining a body on an operating table. It's a really wide shot, so we can't see what the body is. In fact, the fact that it's Jackson isn't exactly clear, but I'm assuming that it is. But the body on the table looks way more alien than the Kree usually do. The Kree are usually blue-skinned, although we see Jude Law is fleshy white colored, just like Brie Larson. I'm gonna assume this is a Skrull on the operating table. And this is really interesting because there's also a figure here with his back turned to the camera. We don't know who that is, but it could be Ben Mendelsohn, who we know is playing Talon, the leader of the Skrulls. But rumors have also pointed that he's going to be undercover within S.H.I.E.L.D. and playing Nick Fury's boss. So he's really high-ranking in S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a perfect cover for an alien trying to infiltrate Earth. How all of this connects together, we're just going to have to wait and see. But one of the most interesting sequences to me is broken up throughout the teaser. Pretty early on, we see what looks like an early version of the Quinjet flying in space and facing off with a decloaking alien ship. And later on, we see Carol piloting an interestingly advanced ship in her Air Force uniform, also in space. So to me, there's a really good chance here that Carol is the one facing off against this decloaking ship. We don't see what happens next there, but we also later see her, after it looks like maybe she crashes, she's roughed up, she's, very dirty, in the same jumpsuit though, and she gets caught in this bright blue explosion, which throws her back into the ground, and seems to be where she gets her powers, because we see she's got a little sparkle on the fingers. And while this would be a change from her comic origin, it definitely seems like alien technology is still going to be involved in her getting those powers. In the comics, the Kree Psych Magnetron exploded and combined her DNA with Captain Marvel's, but here it looks like it might be some sort of Kree device that explodes. It could still be the Psych Magnetron, but it looks like Marvel was not going to be involved. And those are the only really solid connected things that I noticed, but throughout the rest of the trailer we get some quick shots at really cool things too. If you're a fan of Captain Marvel's helmet, we do see Carol in the helmet multiple times in this trailer. Once while she's flying in formation with Starforce, where it looks like it also lets her breathe. There's some sort of force field shield over her mouth, and later without the breathing shield, so it might just be a regular part of the Starforce uniform. What's also interesting is that per reports, that mission could be on the planet Torfa, which in the comics was a planet that was made toxic by vibranium mining, which was confirmed to appear in the film last week, but again, no clue on how that is going to impact the movie at all. Speaking of digital de-aging, how about a young Coulson in this trailer with hair? I mean, and a great hairline too. What happened, my guy? We also get to see a younger Ronan the Accuser, very, very briefly, presented here kind of ominously, looking out at a planet with his back turned to the camera. And that planet could be Earth. It looks like Earth from the little bit that we see, but again, I'm sure there are a lot of planets that look like that. You know, it could be anywhere. We also get a very brief and small shot of Carol in her red, blue, and gold uniform. And I know you're thinking, where? Well, it's literally just her glove and what might be a reverse angle of that EW image just looking at the background. But why am I pointing this out? What's to note here? Well, whoever she's going up against there, whatever's making her clench her fist, it's armored up, but it is not a Skrull. If you look at it, it is very, very Jude Law shaped, interestingly. And oh yeah, how about Nick Fury's iconic pager, which we saw at the end of Infinity War? He's ominously sending that he's with the target, which would kind of, you know, I guess fit with the theory that Ben Mendelsohn is a Skrull undercover as a S.H.I.E.L.D. exec. Those are just the things I noticed in the trailer, so let me know in the comment section down below what you think of our first look at Captain Marvel. Personally, I'm really interested. This trailer is not what I was expecting from this film. I don't know why I was thinking, I'm not going to say I was thinking it was going to be a little bit more in line with maybe like the Green Lantern kind of origin that we've seen. We knew they were going to change that, but still, this feels, it's really kind of got this interesting, almost like Memento vibe to it, where she just doesn't know who she is. I'm going to be really interested to see how that plays in the film, because that's something we haven't really seen in an MCU movie before. That's going to do it for me here, though. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.